Gentlemen, control your engines. Fan-controlled sports and entertainment is heading to the NASCAR Xfinity Championship race in Phoenix, Arizona. Fans choose the driver, the car design, and 4 lucky fans get their face on the car. Download the fan-controlled Control app and start voting now. This is fan-controlled racing.
Yeah! Welcome to the 4th rule of plumbing. The show formerly known as the Fan-Controlled Show, the official companion show to Fan-Controlled Sports and Entertainment. Or this weekend, Fan-Controlled Racing, baby! Wow! The debut of Fan-Controlled Racing. I'm Jeff Canada. I'm here with some of my favorite people on the planet. It's Leighton Batiste. It's Josh McCouga. What's up, fellas?
Jeffrey. Oh, buddy. Do we have a big week ahead of us? We've been, I will tell you what, this last like 2 weeks have been an absolute friggin' just balls to the wall. Every day is just like, do this, do all of it. And I'm like, I got it.
If only there was some sort of fast vehicle we could use as a metaphor for what it's been like.
Bad joke number one.
Life in the fast lane.
If only there was some sort of, I don't know, speedy sport we could use as a reference point.
It was like we were pedal to the metal, rubber to the road. Yes, exactly. I got this fancy new background, Jeff. What do you think of it?
I like fan-controlled racing. This is the first time I've seen the new logo.
Kind of sick, right?
Cool, I like it.
Yeah,
I want like an actual fan-controlled branded checker flag now.
Oh,
that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like it, because fan-controlled football, fan-controlled hoops, the logos that I've seen so far, the C always contained the ball, contained the symbol for the sport. Mm-hmm. I like how with racing that the flag is like not all the way in the C. It's like kind of like there's a gap there. I like that. I like that. Looks good.
It's man, it's. And I actually, I have the Stables one too. Hold on, I didn't have it up the last show, but
look how good that looks.
Kind of cool too. With the
with the horsey face, a horsey in there. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Basically like the Broncos, just without some jag off at quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No joke.
Yeah, that's my Russell Wilson insult for today.
Nice, got it in.
He got him. I get a text from my cousins today that's like, hey, Matt Canada's going to be on the field coaching instead of in the booth. What's that going to do? We still field or booth. He sucks.
It reduces the milliseconds of latency time,
Yes, sure.
So he gets bad calls in quicker.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, run another jet sweep. God damn it.
Hey, I need to tell you folks, we got a big show. We got some awesome guests coming up talking about Saturday's live stream that you need to be in on. You need to be getting that app, the Control app. Look, there it is. How easy. Just point your phone right at the screen right now. Point your phone right at the screen. Not at my face, you sillies. Don't just take a picture of my face. I know it's tempting.
Your beard does kind of look like a QR code, though.
I do, yeah. With the gray, I got a lot of the QR in my beard. I got some QR in my beard. No. Over there, point your phone right there at that QR code, and you can get the Control app. Easy peasy. Look, Leighton's doing it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Mm-hmm. He's got it. Look, he's got it.
What about the Jeff sweep? The Jeep sweep.
The Jeep sweep.
Download that app. Get in there.
Download that app. Get in there.
Right now.
Saturday.
3:30 p.m. Pacific, Jeff. We go live. The race goes live at 4 p.m. Pacific. We're there the entire race and then a little bit afterwards. A full crew of people. Natalie Decker, myself, Andrew Curlin from Dirty Mo Media, Ashley Vandelay, you might know from Twitch. She's a big NASCAR Twitch streamer. And we're just going to rock and roll, dude. We're watching that. Listen, the 08 car last week got second place. Could we win the race?
Now, we can't shock the world.
Shock the world, yeah. All right. I texted Deez earlier today. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think one of the weirdest things on the planet is deja vu. Deja vu freaks me out, right? It's like I've seen this before. What
the
is
nightclub in Los Angeles?
Yes, that one too. Yeah, yes, exactly. Or the Deja Vu in Pittsburgh, which on Wednesday nights had 50-cent mixed drinks.
What?
50
Oh,
cents.
nice.
That's dangerous.
That's how you die. And
The one in
but I've
Los Angeles had 50 Cent mixing the drinks.
yeah,
It's a little different. It's a little different in LA.
Bottles in the club.
I've been having deja vu about like things happening with fan controlled racing. Like I had a deja vu about a Zoom call today. It's weird. And I think something big is going to happen this weekend based solely on my deja vu. Something wild is going to happen this weekend. I don't know what it is. We could win. We couldn't. I don't know. I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not an ESP.
N.
And
I like this. Dude, if fan control racing comes in there first time out the gate and wins, making waves, baby, making waves.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
I think we
love
can
it.
Yeah.
And download that app now. Nerdy in the chat is asking.
Precog, Josh Yakuza.
Thank you. There is no chat available in the app yet. That is part. Listen, we've got beta coming. Okay. There's things rolling out, like the mini games rolled out this past week. I don't know if anybody has played the mini racing game or the mini golf game. The golf game's incredible. The racing game's impossible. We're working on it. We're working on it. Possible. It's like, do you remember the roller skating game in California Games on the original Nintendo, Jeff?
Oh my God, yes. California Games, yes.
Just checked out.
The roller skating game was impossible. It was legit impossible.
Yeah.
But the other California games like hacky sack and skateboarding, now those were fun.
Hacky sack, surfing.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
hacky sack.
Look, Leighton's over there playing the racing game or the golf game.
Yeah.
We're not
There he
doing
is.
I'm gonna
Oh, he's
try
got it.
I might be angry.
He's got it.
Can we get
now,
some fan-controlled hacky sack up in here? Come on.
You can pick the hack and you can pick the
Pick
sack.
the hack. Yeah. Pick when you stall. Stall.
Leighton was a big hacky sacker back in his day.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody in chat too. But yeah, I don't know. And listen, there's going to be tons of picks and polls during the race. You're gonna be able to control things like when we pit, how many tires we get at the pit, when to start after caution, and anything else that our crew chief, Jason Miller, will be yelling to our stringer, who will be there to relay that information to us in the chat and to us live audio in the stream. It's going to be a very, very interactive day, Jeff. To be honest with you, I'm a little stressed out. I'm a little stressed. I don't. Yeah, it's a lot. It's going to be a lot to do. And Leighton is going to be there on site in Phoenix, maybe doing some live hits, doing a ton
My understanding is that 4 fans are getting their faces on the car, and it will be Leighton's job to affix the decals. He has to like lick them and press them onto the cars, right?
Yes, decals.
Yeah, isn't that my understanding?
I thought we were painting their faces and then, that's what I thought.
Okay. Yes.
My understanding is there's going to be you have to lick them. You have to lick them and stick them. You lick them, then you stick them.
Do you guys remember the scratch and sniff Snickers? The scratch and sniffs?
Oh yeah.
They all smelled the same, like strawberry chocolate.
Do you remember Oilies?
Dirty fingernails.
We had Oilies too. Oilies, the stickers that had little oil in them, and you could push them.
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah.
And then,
I was really into stickers for a period of my youth when I was like 8.
Oh, that's Jeff, the sticker kid.
Yeah, it's total sticker kid. Yeah.
I'm still a sticker adult. Everything has stickers on it in my house.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool.
I think we missed Leighton's joke about fingernails. Leighton, your fingernails smell? You think the scratches?
No, I thought that was something we ought. Okay, all right.
Oh man, yes. Okay. But so tomorrow, live in Phoenix, maybe live or just a video will be taken and will be posted across social media. That will play
that's when the people's face will be made. The actual face is on the car. How cool!
Yes,
come on.
The faces will go on the car because Jeff, and don't worry, Ruthless Cutie, I've got this one. Check out this awesome video we got this week of the 08 fan-controlled Mustang.
So rad. That is the
Right?
color scheme that
makes sense.
fans decided on.
Yes.
So awesome.
The Yaley jacket, the JJ Yaley jacket paint scheme, Jeff.
I feel like the guy with that like the brush thing where you slide the bubbles out of it, the air bubbles out of it.
Yes.
I feel like that would be a very meditative job.
so
you know?
oddly satisfying.
You just
right?
like brushing the bubbles out,
Oh.
you know?
Just so good, right?
Yeah.
Just so good.
Let's keep it
Jeff,
professional.
it's Jay Stacey. That car goes vroom vroom. Most importantly, it makes my heart go a boom boom.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Some really fun discussion in the chat about old shareware because you talked about California games.
Oh,
We're talking about Commander Keen. Good
Mhm.
stuff.
Uh,
I'm
Jeff,
excited.
Our first guest is waiting patiently in the back.
Oh,
but
she's here.
But before we bring her in,
Okay.
I asked her like 20 funny questions and we turned those into picks and we put those on the app. And I don't want to give any answers away. But I will say as a tease for the live stream on Saturday, Natalie Decker has a very interesting, like, we're all afraid of something. Like we're all
Sure.
I am terrified of like haunted houses, like horror movies, screaming, jump scare. I mean, I'm like scared of the wind. I'm scared of a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Leighton is scared of all of his college football teams losing on the same at the same time on the same weekend, right?
Yeah.
That's happened before.
Jeff is scared of I don't know, defensive ends in high school.
Yeah. Scared of the inevitability of death, Josh?
Yes, yeah. That's why I don't take weed
Yeah,
edibles
dark
anymore.
really fast.
I take a weed edible, all of a sudden I'm like, one day we're all gonna die. Oh God. Right? Terrifying.
Yeah.
Which we should say, Patrick Dees is not here. It's not because he's dead. He
No.
is actually on his way to Phoenix for the race this weekend. Yes.
He's going to be there in person.
In person. We're going to have a lot of
Wow.
people there in person, including Leighton right here.
Wow. I guess my invitation must have got lost in the mail.
Mine too, Jeff. And they
Fill it
sent
out.
it in this giant FCR background. You, sir, must stay at home to host the live stream alongside the one, the only. She's getting married on December 31st. 123.
Holy
1,
moly.
2, 3, Jeff.
Holy moly.
12, 31, 23. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, driver extraordinaire, former professional Wisconsin hockey player, loves cheese, hates ice, skates on ice, doesn't like to eat it. Natalie Decker.
Oh
Hi.
my goodness. Hi.
What?
Look, I'm dog
Just go.
sitting.
Look at that. I want to.
Isn't he
Is it a
cute?
wiener dog? Is that like
Yes.
a long-haired dachshund?
Yes, and his name is Gus-a-Rooney. Rooney
Gus a
Tooney.
Rooney.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I have
Jeff, do
two
you have a
dogs
dog?
myself, but they're way too big to put on a desk.
When I was growing up, we had a wiener dog. His name was Zachary Barker. That was his name. Yeah.
Not
I
Charles
love it.
Barkley.
No, Zachary Barker.
Uh,
Love
Natalie-
wiener dogs. Love wiener dogs. What an adorable dog. But it's not your dog. Your dog's sitting for someone else.
Yeah, so I have two dogs myself, but they're way too big to put on a desk. But this one I'm dog sitting. So I'm like, you know what? I texted the owners. I'm like, he's coming on the podcast with me. Like, he's
Love
going
it.
to be a part of the whole weekend. I'm going to just keep him on my desk.
Crushing.
And
Crushing.
my dogs bully him. So
Aw.
we need to. Oh,
I figured.
You need to get a dog co-pilot in your race car.
oh, I like that.
Race with
Yes.
the doggy.
That's actually a pretty decent idea. Like a dog shotgun NASCAR race. Like you got to be a little
That's
more careful
cute.
though, because you know what I mean. But like how when dogs go past each other, sometimes they look out the window
Yeah,
and
they're
they
like,
like bark at each other.
wait, we need to get like little goggles for the dogs
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
goggles.
yeah.
Goggles.
Doggy helmet.
or
When
a
I-
doggy
the-
helmet.
Our little dog when I was a kid, Zachary Barker, the aforementioned Zachary Barker, he would this favorite thing to do. My dad would drive and he would sit on my dad's arm as my dad was driving the car with his head out the window in the driver's seat. So like you know, people would be driving and they would just see a dog in the driver's seat coming up beside him, and then you'd see my dad. But mostly first you'd see the dog.
That's so cute.
There you go, Natalie. Natalie, tell the people a little bit like about yourself. We don't know a ton about. I mean, we know
Oh my
of you. your
goodness.
brothers. Here's a
Where do
little
I
history.
start?
Yeah, I don't know. Jeff, when do you want to repeat? 7? You're only like 23 years old, so you can't have
I'm
been born
26. I think
26. So you were born in 97. That makes sense.
97. Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
Oh,
god.
I feel old. Ew.
Yeah. Jeff could graduate.
Yeah, I
high
don't. I
school
definitely
over-
don't feel old.
Oh God.
1997. My god.
We'll start with I have a brother, and it's backwards. My brother is a model and actor, and I'm like
Whoa.
a race car driver. I mean,
Oh.
he loves, like, he's an adrenaline junkie too. Like he goes on the dirt bike and races go-karts, and he could race a car if he wanted to. Like, he's talented enough to do that, but he picked modeling. And he's gorgeous. He's 6'2", and I'm 5 feet. Like, we're
Wow.
complete opposites.
Wow.
So we'll start there. Yeah. So I have a brother. I started racing when I was 9 years old and go-karts.
Wait. How does somebody start racing when they're 9 years old?
Go-karts.
Okay,
Jeff.
here, I'll tell you the story because it's a good one.
Okay.
So my dad has 4 brothers, or he has 3 brothers, 4 of them. There's 4 of them, 4 Decker boys.
He's one of 4.
1 of 4, yeah. And they all raced. All of them raced. They raced dirt bikes. They raced asphalt cars, dirt cars, jet skis. They built jet skis for like Vanilla Ice. He used to race jet skis, like Ice Baby. You know that guy?
Yeah.
I'm like too young.
Vanilla
I didn't
Ice?
know who he was until my dad told me.
Oh man. So your dad's as old as us. That makes sense.
Yes, yeah, I'm older.
I went to high school with her dad, evidently.
And they but the big thing was they raced snowmobiles.
Whoa.
I'm from Wisconsin on ice.
Oh,
They're called ice oval sleds. Yes.
Ice mobiles?
Literally,
Wow.
they would they hang off the sled. They race them on ice on a banked oval. And it is the craziest thing you've ever seen in your entire life if you ever get the chance to go watch a race.
Yeah.
And my parents owned a snowmobile racetrack. Growing up, my school was here and the racetrack was here. They were right next to each other. So like I grew up
Whoa.
around motorsports, but it was snowmobiling. It was not race cars. My dad took me on a business trip, and on our way home, we stopped at a local dirt track where there was kids racing go-karts. And I was like, these kids are my age. Like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to race snowmobiles. Because my dad tried to get me racing snowmobiles because he owns the racetrack. He's the 87 world champ, like all this stuff. Like everyone wanted me to race snowmobiles.
What's your dad's first name?
Chuck Decker.
Chuck,
And
that's
this is the best part. This is the best part about his career. Okay, like, yeah, it's
Chuck
cool. He's
Decker.
a champion. But what the coolest part is, his name is Chucky, and he was sponsored by a cheese company. So we like to call him Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, there we go.
Love
Let's
it.
go. Big cheese curd family? Is it a big
Yes,
cheese?
cheese, beer.
Yeah.
We're the family of snacks. Like we always got cheese. We always got cheese and sausage crackers. Like that's what we eat for dinner every night. Okay, so they got me on a snowmobile. I was 4 years old. They were like, yeah, we're gonna get her racing. Like, they own the racetrack. They wanted me to race. My dad got me all like the leathers. Well, they're not technically leathers, but like the matching outfit and the sled and all this stuff. I practiced every single day with my uncle. I followed him around the track. All you had to do is hold it wide open. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. Whoa.
I think Gus Areno he's like, oh, well,
Yeah,
now
he's
like,
like, I'm ready. No, you do
What?
not jump off the desk.
I'm on camera, damn it.
And then this is the best part. I go only 4 feet. And I get off the sled and my dad comes running over. He goes, what's wrong? And I said, I'm done. I quit. So we get back to the office. My grandma's sitting in there and she looks at my dad and she goes, was that like $1,000 a foot? She was so mad. She's like, you spent all that, and she quit and didn't even make a full lap. And then, so on that business trip coming home, I went to my first go-kart race and I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to race go-karts. And then that's how I got into it. But it took a while. I was 7 years old when I went to that go-kart race. And then for my 9th birthday is when I got a go-kart to go go-kart racing.
Wow.
I went to a go-kart race in like a 4th grade birthday party. I came in dead last all 3 races. I wrecked the car and I was like, I don't think this is really for me. And then I got my license, and 2 weeks later I totaled my mom's CRV and I was like, maybe I shouldn't drive. Maybe just like driving isn't for me. And yet here I am 5 car accidents later, still alive and still driving cars. So
5?
Oh wow.
I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine my 5-year-old daughter like in leathers on the back of a snowmobile. Like
Ice sled.
she could barely walk down the street without hurting herself, and I can't imagine.
So
That's
it is,
impressive.
if you're starting racing at 9 now, that's considered old. Like if you're not starting at 4
Really?
years old,
What?
like you're starting late.
See, so this is kind of like baseball and basketball and all these other sports where they have to
Yeah.
specialize super, super young to be good.
Don't you, Josh, as a father of a very young child like I am,
Yes.
don't you feel like a weird pressure to like you got to pick something, you got to pick
Hurry.
something and specialize?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it seems like parents are getting like very intense at youth sporting events, right? Especially
Yeah.
like in my brother's town. But like Rosie, if I just wanted to play golf, that's all. But if
Yes.
whatever she wants to do, I don't care. As long as she doesn't marry a Ravens fan, that's been like day
Yeah.
one. Like she can
Right.
do anything she wants, just as long as
There-
he's not a Ravens fan.
The Ravens fans are so attractive.
Are they?
I don't know.
They're from Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore
Yeah.
is hideous. Never.
I was like,
mind.
you watch The Wire? Right.
Hey, Natalie, I believe Mama Decker is in chat.
Yes.
She can corroborate these stories of you and your early sledding days.
Oh my gosh. Well, when you were talking about to not marry a what kind of
Ravens
fan?
fan.
Okay.
Ravens, Baltimore
You know what
Ravens
my dad used to tell me?
fan. What's that? Don't marry a Packers fan?
Don't get married on
we're
New Year's
from
Eve.
Wisconsin.
Oh, you're from
Yeah.
Wisconsin, yeah.
No.
I'm a Vikings fan.
Okay. So that definitely, but I am sadly.
Your husband, your soon-to-be husband's a Vikings fan?
Let's not talk about it. And the Vikings and Packers play our wedding night. It's gonna be the quickest marriage ever.
I'm gonna get a loss this Sunday.
So my dad would always tell me the first marriage is for money and the second one's for love. And I really messed that up.
Yeah,
No, I
my
think
dad
it's
would say
mostly for
the same
love.
thing to my sister, and
Yeah.
she messed it up too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oops.
Yeah, yeah. First
Whoops.
marriage is for money. That's the smart way to do it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so my wife married a poor guy that she's in love with. I'll take it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Actually, I tell
full
my
of
wife
love.
that too. I was like, "What are you doing?
You messed it up.
What are you even doing up in here? This
I mean,
could have been your second marriage. I
Yeah.
could have been reaping the benefit of all the money you had, and you
Yeah.
messed it up."
Leighton's
you're
not even
suffering
married
from it
yet.
too.
Leighton isn't even married yet. He doesn't even know what to do. I think you figure this conversation could be good for you, Lay.
All right, so Natalie, I have a question for you. I got a big question for you because you guys are going to be streaming this this crazy race on Saturday where the fans are going to be controlling one of the cars. As a race driver yourself, as a person who has lived their whole life racing things, what do you make of fan-controlled racing?
I love it, and we need more of it. This is amazing. It hasn't even fully kicked in. The race hasn't even started yet, and it is already so much fun. And it
hype.
is exactly what the fans need.
We're going to get people's faces on cars.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
gonna be crazy.
I think that it's just gonna be wild. And I've already been on the app. My mom and I were like sisters over here, having the time of our life, like making our avatar. She's like, "Oh, mine's cooler than yours." She's like, "Yeah, I need it to look cool. Like if I'm gonna be on here, I need to look cool."
Natalie, we got to get you in the driver vote the next time.
I
that
agree.
we can
Yes.
we can basically like live stream you from like a phone in the car, and you can just be talking to us live from the car.
Yes. Oh, I'll talk your ear off.
Yeah.
You know, I was like thinking about it. I was like, just think when we're voting and like all the fans are picking what they want JJ to do.
Yeah.
And it's something that he's like a little uncomfortable, like he's not fully comfortable to do. Like that's what's going to be so much fun if all of a sudden a restart happens and you know we pick the high line and the high line might not be something that he's comfortable doing or the car is capable of doing in that moment. It's gonna be so much fun to watch him figure it out and make it work for us fans watching the race. That's what I'm excited about.
Deck don't lie.
I love it.
The deck don't lie, Jeff. Okay.
I gotta admit, I'm somebody that doesn't have a lot of history watching NASCAR, watching racing, and this is kind of the thing that's bringing me in on it. So I love hearing your insight into that kind of thing because I don't know what that's like. I don't know what, the thing that's going to be like, I don't know if this is if the fans are doing the right thing. I think that will be very exciting to watch.
Yes. And, like as a driver, there's so many things that go into a race that can just ruin your day that you have no control over. So now that the fans have a little control over some of these things that are very important and they get to decide a little bit of what that outcome might look like, just makes it so exciting because even as a fan of other sports, like I recently started watching football, not because of Taylor Swift. Everyone thinks that, but I decided before I knew she was going to be involved in football. Okay.
Wow.
I decided because my aunt is a very big Packer fan, and the Vikings and the Packers were playing on my wedding, and I was like, "That's it. I'm now a fan." But I was watching a game, and I was like, oh, I wish I could make what the decision that the coach is making right now. Like, I feel like he made the wrong decision.
Boom. See, and I believe Natalie kind of said it is like you wanted to really shake off all the other sports, right? And fill that blank space in your life with football, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we did? Yeah. I mean, I've been told that you're kind of like the anti-hero of racing, right? And if he was Romeo and we were Juliet, okay, sorry.
Well, the place to make all those calls, of course, is that control app that folks got it. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look, easy way to download it.
Scan it right now.
Right there. Get it. Grab it. Get in it. Get in it for Saturday. Get ready for Saturday.
You can watch us live right now on the app.
And make sure you make your avatar really cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super cute.
Oh, mine's bald.
If it's not
I
cute,
want the green
what are you
hair.
even doing?
The green hair is the best.
Have you earned enough gold to get to the green hair?
No,
yet?
I'm working on it because I need that green hair.
All right. My guy has golf clubs. He's bald, obviously, and a pretty sweet pair of glasses.
I love
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah. And
I love it.
I'm getting pretty good at the golf game, not gonna lie. I mean, what are you gonna do? Natalie, tell us something about like being a race car driver that the common person may not understand, right? Like
so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Maybe that was too open-ended of a question. Near Zack Attack got the app. Thanks, Near Zack Attack. Appreciate you. Is it scary? Is it like?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean? Is it scary?
It was like when you first started racing, you wanted to do it. Were you ever scared?
Never scared. There's never been a moment where I'm like, oh no, I'm scared. I don't like this. But there's been moments where I'm like uncomfortable. But I feel like when you put yourself in those like uncomfortable positions, and I feel like any athlete understands that when you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, you're usually striving to be better. And that I say, I feel like a lot of drivers like to be uncomfortable. But there's one time that I did scream in my helmet and I was on fire and the fire came around and it was inside the race car, like in my face. And I did like freak out. That was the one time that I was a little shaken up. But other than that, like nothing has ever scared me. It's all fun. Like everything that we get to do as a driver is so enjoyable. And I enjoy every minute of it unless I'm on fire.
I'll be honest.
That's a pretty good life rule.
I almost screamed just hearing that story. So
yeah.
You know,
it was my first ever NASCAR race at Daytona when I started on fire. So like, what an entrance!
My goodness,
this girl's on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's on fire.
You're like Katniss Everdeen in
that's right.
Girl on fire.
Wow, that's amazing.
Natalie, what when you drive normally on the everyday, right? Do you drive really fast? Are you a conservative driver? And question, do you speed up when you see a yellow light?
Yeah. Oh, who doesn't?
Okay, good.
But knock on wood, I've never been pulled over.
Whoa.
Never gotten a ticket.
Wow.
But my mom has. I was
Poor
with
Mama
her.
Decker. She's just in chat trying to live her life. And you're throwing her under the bus.
Trying to take me to prom. So I was racing the same night of prom, like 4 hours away. And I'm like, Mom, you better not make me late. And I'm like changing and getting ready in the car. And she's like, I won't make you late. And she's speeding and not even 10 minutes leaving the racetrack. She gets pulled over. And then the guy gets her license. and registration, all that stuff. And he comes back and he goes, Mrs. Decker, I'm a big fan of Chuck Decker, your husband. And she's like, so I'm getting out of the ticket? And he's like, no.
Chuck Decker. Now, Natalie, are you any relation to the former New York Jets wide receiver Eric Decker?
No, but I get asked that all the
I'm
time.
sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I mean,
if
maybe. I don't know.
If your family wasn't in racing, would you guys have been into building decks?
That would have been a good move for the family. But no, my family was into like a lot of things, but building decks. Actually, my dad did build one deck and it's crooked and not good. We don't live there anymore, but
that's where Leighton lives now. Mama Decker in chat says, bumblebees in your car made you scream.
That did happen.
Go on.
Bee. It flew. Okay, so like just think though. You're fully geared up, and if a bee accidentally somehow made it in your helmet and then didn't know how to get out, scary. That might have to be my second biggest fear, and my first.
I know. Don't tell anybody, because then it'll give away the answer on the app. We can't tell anybody.
I won't tell anyone.
Has to be pretty big if second fear is bees on face.
Bees on face.
Every time a bee comes in the car, I like block my helmet so it can't come in there, because I'm like, oh no, if it gets in there, it's not getting out.
If bees on face is number 2, number 1 has got to be pretty good.
So would you rather have like a bee in like a shark cage and the shark get in, or a bee in your face and you're driving, have to drive a race car?
The bee? A shark would kill me.
You don't know that. We don't know if sharks do want to kill people or if they're just mad one day. Like they could be nice.
It could just be.
Well, what if it's a bumblebee and it doesn't actually sting me?
Yeah, what if the bumblebee's nice? He's just looking to pollinate some flowers.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Make me sneeze.
It's Jay Spacely in chat. Hi, Jay Spacely. Great to see you. Says, dream race, Ricky Bobby versus Lightning McQueen. Who are you taking in that one, Natalie?
Lightning McQueen.
Really? Over
yes?
The Magic Man and El Diablo, shake and bake. Wow.
He's going to start on fire.
Ricky Bobby.
That's true. Wow. Leighton's taking Ricky Bobby. Jeff, who you got?
I'm also taking Lightning McQueen. I think Natalie's got it right.
Okay. Is Cars the best racing movie, Natalie? And how real to life is it? We asked JJ this question too, as well.
Oh my gosh. I haven't watched Cars in years.
Oh, what about Cars 2?
Okay, here's the thing. Any racing movie, not realistic.
Really? What about Days of Thunder?
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but like
Gran Turismo just came out.
Yes. Okay. So yes, but like it's not like you're racing like this. When I watched it, this one thing bothered me. You don't just like grab another gear halfway through the race and you go faster. Like you're always going your max speed every single time you can go your max speed. There's never like, oh, I'm about to pass this guy, grab another gear. Vroom. Like that doesn't happen.
That's a great point, because that always happens in those things. They're like, oh man,
like, I'm almost there. Like,
maybe it's time.
Extra.
Maybe I should actually drive fast now. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe
that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, before we let you go, Natalie, everybody can tune in on Saturday. Watch us live. We're going to start there at 3:30 p.m. Pacific for the Xfinity Championship race, where JJ Yaley will be taking over the 08 Mustang, the fan-controlled car. You guys can see it, bright yellow hood with some fans' faces on it. The race goes from 4 o'clock until it's done. We hope we finish. Natalie, if you were going to give a prediction right now as to where the 08 car is going to finish, where do we think we finish?
Like I have to pick the exact place?
No, you could say like top 10, top 15, top 20, top 25.
Here's my thing. It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
Playoffs.
A lot can happen. There could be a lot of wrecks. Or it could be a really, really calm race because it's really only 4 guys that are going for a championship race and they might not go crazy.
Okay.
But there's some of them in that top 4 that might go crazy and might make some things happen. If there's a lot of cautions and a lot of guys are getting wrecked out, it's going to be like a really good day, because I feel like JJ is going to be patient and he's just going to let it play out, and he's going to do what he needs to do to make sure he finishes the race, and he's going to have a really good day if that happens. Or something so crazy is going to happen and he doesn't, and it just he's a part of it. So
Oh.
it's either one or the other,
Do you think he either wrecks out or he finishes high?
or he finishes really good.
Oh,
That's
hope
my.
it's second.
I think if I were gonna guess where he's gonna finish, it's gonna be a top 15.
Okay. I'll take top 15.
That's a win is a win.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's me every time I walked into a bar in my 20s.
So I've raced
Like,
the
top
OA
15.
and I've raced with that same crew chief he's racing with, and I
Okay.
absolutely love him.
Okay.
He's amazing.
Jason Miller, legend.
Yes.
Okay.
Such
Okay.
a common name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was so confused. I have so many Jason Millers in my phone, and every time one of them calls me, I'm like, which one is it? Is it Derek's stepdad? Is it the crew chief? Is it our neighbor? And so I always answer, never knowing. I'm like, hello?
Well, just another Jason Miller, you know?
Yeah, so he's amazing, and he always prepares a really fast car. So I'm excited. And it's JJ's home track.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah.
Natalie, last question. Mario Kart, who's your character?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Like, I don't play Mario Kart.
I knew it
Feel
was
like
coming.
you're
Do you
probably
play any
gonna lead.
racing video games? Is there?
iRacing, that's very realistic.
iRacing,
So I'm myself.
That's
You
that's
races
rad.
yourself? That's awesome.
That's rad.
Yes.
I play like other video games.
Natalie,
I would
how
race
many
as myself. What's your
how many-
favorite video game?
Yeah. Oh, don't
Valorant.
answer that. You can't answer.
Oh.
You can't answer it.
I
Did you
ruined
say it?
everything. No, she didn't say it. She didn't say it. I didn't hear
did?
anything. Oh,
You
we
didn't
didn't.
say
Oh.
it. Did anybody catch it?
No.
Don't
No,
say
but
it.
I'm
There's no
going
way to.
so
There's no
good.
way to watch this. It's not being recorded.
Yes. Don't stop.
I'm sweating now.
No, don't. It's okay. It's okay. I can delete that poll, I guess. No.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we'll
I
make a
messed
new
that
one
up.
in
That was
place
my
of it.
fault.
We'll
That
give
was
a
my
free one.
fault. My
It's
fault.
okay, Jeff. Jeff, how about this question instead? How many goals did Natalie Decker have in high school hockey?
Ooh.
Am
You
I
asking
supposed to
me
know
or
the
her?
answer?
Yeah, do you know the answer? Yeah.
Like, not to sound cocky, but like so many I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Wisconsin hockey. Take it.
I was a first line. I was a starter.
Starter.
Yeah.
Put it on the
75?
table. Go ahead, Lay. What do you say?
75 goals?
75 goals?
I would have to like go back and look. There was a
I'm gonna
stat
look
in
it
our
up.
newspaper not too long ago, like of a throwback.
We need Mama Decker to chime in here. and
Yeah,
tell us
Mama, are you still in
How
here?
many goals Natalie Decker had?
I'm sure she knows. She remembers every single one.
I was there for all of them. Natalie, thanks for being here with us. We're pumped to have you on the show on Saturday.
You're a delight, Natalie. Thank you. We're excited to be chatting with you, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, Natalie.
Bye.
And we have our second guest here too, Jeff. We're just rolling right through.
Let's do it. Let's bring him in. The other,
Ladies and gentlemen, from Dirty Mo Media,
yeah,
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s media in North Carolina. He's one of the hosts, if not the main host, of Dirty Mo Live every Wednesday. I was on the show 2 weeks ago. He's going to be joining us this Saturday as well. A recent graduate of the Arizona State University.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Kurland. He's
Ooh, he is in the dark.
Andrew, is your camera working? We lost him. Let's see if we can figure this out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in there and you have not downloaded the app, download the app. The Fan Control app.
It's all new. If you are remembering the app from Fan Controlled Football, oh boy, are you going to be surprised. It's
Forget
new.
it.
It's all different. It's all better. And it's the way this Saturday that you'll be able to watch, participate, control.
You had a third. I think you got to add like a fourth thing in there.
Watch, participate, control, rule the world.
There you go. Nailed it. Yes. Yeah. All right. I think we got Andrew now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from North Carolina. Andrew Curley.
There he is.
How you guys
Welcome to
doing?
the show.
Good,
Hey,
man.
Apologies for whatever technical error that was. I was all ready on my computer, and then it decided it doesn't want to connect right now. So I'm on my phone. Hopefully it works. It sounds all right. But thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for allowing us to enter into your trophy room there. A lot of
Yeah, look at all your
medals
medals.
hanging in the
Yeah,
background.
Yeah, what are those medals?
Yeah. Yeah, I just started competing in triathlons last couple of years. Just came off of finishing my
Epic.
second half Ironman a few weeks
Whoa.
ago. So
Wow.
yeah, it's I don't know. I like displaying it back over here, but it's good motivation for the next one.
Damn. I don't think I could
Incredible.
do the swimming part, Jeff, and maybe the bicycle part, but then and you could probably be my running guy. I
Yeah, well,
swim.
I did the Malibu triathlon.
Yeah.
Josh, I did one triathlon and I was like, that's enough for me. That's it. I'm done.
Mellow Yella in the chat is calling you an overachiever, Andrew Kurland.
Maybe I could be. Yeah, you know, there might not be any defense I have to that.
All right. I'm sort of just an achiever. I reach
Yeah.
for stuff, and sometimes I get it, and sometimes I don't. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like
it's a lot of work. I mean, I lost my social life for about 3 months just training for this thing. I'm glad it's over. You know, now I can eat fast food again and have a bunch of cheat days all in a row. It feels pretty good.
That's
you
just
earned
called
it.
life at this point. If you
You earned it.
yeah. Andrew, we're pumped to have you part of the live stream on Saturday. Tell the people a little bit about yourself. I mean, we've been on Dirty Mo Live and all that, but I don't know a ton about you.
Yeah. I grew up a big NASCAR fan. I went to my first race when I was 10 years old. My dad brought me to it. Originally, I'm like, what, NASCAR? Like, they just go in circles. Like, who cares about that? And then I went to my first race. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And, you know, it came to a point where I started going and interviewing drivers and, you know, just going around the garage, running around with the camera, and one thing led to another, and just progressed throughout the years. NASCAR's like, hey, this is pretty cool. We want to bring you on as a kid reporter. And I got connected with Dirty Mo Media a few years ago, and the rest is history. It's been a fun journey for sure.
Heck yeah.
Kid reporter. It's like a kid detective.
Yeah, that's right.
Not enough Spy Kids movies were made, really and truly.
Yeah.
We needed more kid
Yeah.
detective, more kid reporter movies.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of your old footage of when you were a kid? Like, hi, I'm Andrew. I'm here in the pit.
I'll tell you, it's all on YouTube. Every single, like the first time I ever picked up a microphone and camera, it is available on YouTube for you to see. It's embarrassing. There was one, it was my first day on the job, and I went up to a crew chief that just retired, and there were rumors that he might have been coming back. So I asked him, hey, are you coming back for next year? He's like, no, my days of crew chiefing are over. That was it. That was the answer. I'm like, thank you. It was an 11-second interview. It was a record low.
That's all I've got. Back to you in the studio.
And that's my final question.
That's basically it.
That's amazing.
So good.
I love it.
What other sports are you into? What are your teams? Who do you follow?
I'm a big soccer fan. I just got into soccer a few years ago. I took a family trip to London last summer, and we toured the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You know, they play all the NFL games there, and they were so nice. The hospitality was great. So I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan.
Right on. I played golf with a guy I had no idea played for the Hotspurs for like 14 years.
Oh, dang. That's a long time, too.
I know. He was kind of a legend, played on the English World Cup team, didn't know who he was till like the 14th hole. I was like, what do you do? He's like, I don't really do much anymore. I was like,
anymore? Like, oh, this lazy guy.
I just played in the Premier League for 16 years. Like, oh, yeah, me too. Jeff.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
Andrew, who would you consider, like, right now? I don't want to say your favorite drivers, but who do you think is like the future of NASCAR at this point?
What's crazy is you see a lot of them in the current championship race in the Cup side. This is, I think, the youngest championship field since we've moved to this new format. You know, William Byron is a guy, he races out of Hendrick Motorsports. He had a subpar first couple of years in the Cup Series, but his talent has really come in the last couple of years. I mean, this year he's having a career year, obviously racing for a championship. Ryan Blaney is another relatively young guy, potentially the favorite for this weekend at Phoenix. And so, you know, you could even look at Kyle Larson, who's kind of the older statesman of this championship 4 group, but still pretty young. He's got a championship. It wasn't until a few years ago these young guys really started coming into play because NASCAR was promoting this big youth movement. Oh, the youth is the future. And yet when they were saying this, all the old guys were still winning. Well, now that it's starting to shift a little bit. We're seeing the young guys go. But, I mean, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, the championship 4 field this year, they're going to be ones to watch, not only this year, but for years to come for sure.
Is William Byron like the most NASCAR name ever? Like he sounds like an English lord who's like, get off of my lawn, Jeff.
It could be. Yeah, definitely.
Lord William Byron.
There's definitely some guys that you look at them, they're like, they're race car drivers. You know, they don't necessarily look the part, but I mean, when they strap that helmet on, they're a completely different person.
Like our guy JJ looks the part.
Yeah, he definitely does. Woo. Absolutely.
That's a race car driver right there.
Yeah, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
My favorite name is one of the guys that's in the Final Four of the Xfinity Championship, where the 08 car will be racing with JJ Yaley behind the wheel. You guys can download the app right now, the Fan Controlled Control app. We'll be broadcasting live. Myself, Andrew Curlin, Natalie Decker, and Ashley Vanderlei, who unfortunately couldn't be on the show today, but will be there on Saturday. My favorite name of the Final Four in the Xfinity is a guy by the name of Cole Custer.
Yeah,
that is a race car driver's name.
Cole Custer.
And he does the Stone Cold Steve Austin, like he'll smash 2 beers together when he wins, and just so people call him Stone Cold.
Yes,
Stone Cold Custer. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. I hate wrestling, but I will get in on a Stone Cold joke every now and then.
Yeah,
yeah. I will make it known to everybody all the time, Andrew, just because I appreciate the amount of fervor that gets when I just say wrestling is a trash activity for garbage people.
From me.
Even from Jeff.
Garbage person right here.
Yeah.
I want to ask you the same question I asked Natalie just a few moments ago. What do you make of the fan-controlled nature that we're getting into NASCAR as our first time, fan-controlled sports and entertainment, getting in, letting the fans control the number 08 car? What do you make of the controlling of the fans?
You know, I think it's great to put it in the fans' hands because so many times NASCAR fans are great, but they can be critical. You know, if a crew chief doesn't make the right pit call or a driver chooses the wrong lane, they're the first to jump on you and tell you made the wrong decision. So to put it in the fans' hands, to give them that kind of control is obviously unprecedented, but no more Monday morning quarterbacking. You're the quarterback now. You know, I think that's super cool that you're able to call the shots. Especially like it's amazing to me. I said it on our live show this week. Even like the crew chief is opening up how you set the car up and when to pit. Like that's when I heard there are going to be variables to vote on. Those were things I didn't think the team would want to give access to, but they're giving the fans the access to. So that to me, I've been blown away by is how much the fans are really going to be able to dictate it this weekend.
We have the let me see if this is it. All of the vote results. We had 8 votes of what they could vote on, Jeff. Like there was left front spring and all the springs and the weights and the wedges and the sway bar. So it was so convoluted. I didn't even know how to really word the vote. I was like, so at what number should our wedge be? I don't know. That's all the stuff. That's like all the technicality stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like when you think you're a golfer, right? And then you go and get fitted and they put different shafts and weights and all over, like your club can be completely different than every other golfer out there. You didn't even know that was a possibility times a million when it comes to a car, you know?
Yeah. It's so neat though. It's so neat that like, you know, like Andrew was saying that the crew chief like allowed the fans to control it. It's really awesome. And I think we're gonna have so much fun putting people's faces on the cars, and you guys are gonna have a blast on Saturday. I can't wait to watch.
I'm going to say something. Mellow Yella in chat says they will choose disaster and screwdrivers with any choice available. We don't make that a choice. Like we're not going to. It's like when people hear fan control football. Oh, so they could like call punt on second down? No, stupid. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't teach stupid, Jeff. We all know that. Okay.
Right.
We're not going to give them a chance to ruin JJ Yaley's day or anybody else's day. We want them to
Right.
be completely interactive,
It's-
control the car, but
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yellow,
how it
yellow.
works. That's why you get the Control app, because it will serve up the most appropriate options.
Correct.
And it's about strategy. It's not about undermining.
Yes.
There it is. There's the Control app. Look at that.
Boom.
Look at how easy it is to just put your camera right there.
Andrew, you think you could be a race car driver?
Man, I don't know. I mean, you
Mm.
think so. Everyone's like, yeah, I think I can do it. But I've been in a pace car, like a Toyota Camry car, going around the track and at like 3/4 speed. And after 3 laps, I'm dizzy. I'm overwhelmed. It's
Yeah, wow.
unbelievable. And then the driver who was giving us a ride, he was talking like it was a Sunday drive on cruise control. So, I say I think I could, but I mean, these guys, they're crazy and crazy in the best possible way. So, I
That's
don't
awesome.
know. I give them a lot of credit.
How much credit do you give to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and what he's done for the sport? Do you think he has brought that youth movement up? Because I feel like of my generation, he was the coolest dude to do it.
And what's great is Dale Jr. He still races, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Do I still have you guys? I may or may not. My screen just went
we
blank,
can hear
but
you. We just
can
you're
hear you.
frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior, yeah, he still races and he's doing a lot for the sport. He's had a lot of drivers come through the ranks through his team, so he's doing a lot for the youth movement.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Josh, I don't want to brag, but I have also been in a Toyota Camry.
Jeff, real question is,
Bad
have you
joke
ever
number
driven a
2
Honda
today.
Pilot?
I have not. Hey, the poll is up for what this show is going to be called. We are also fan controlled. It's not just the NASCAR that's fan controlled. This show right here is fan controlled. You get to decide what we are called next week.
What do you got, Jeff?
Here are your options: disorderly conduct.
Oh,
I can't speak. Disorderly conduct. It's okay. It's okay. QR beard.
Oh.
Deck don't lie, scratch and sniff decals, and my personal favorite,
Yes.
family of snacks.
Is Toyota Corona a car? Cool One says my first car was a Toyota Corona. That sounds made up.
Corolla.
I think he means the
Corolla.
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 Yeah,
My
yeah,
friend had a Toyota Corolla, and we called it the Cool Rolla.
yeah. Oh, well, you had
Was
the
the-
worst friends of all time.
The Cool Rolla. Toyota Corona.
Sorry, Jeff. Sorry.
Jeff is 0 for 3 today. He's 0 for 3.
For 3. No.
Let's bring Andrew back in to say goodbye, and we're gonna see him Saturday. Andrew, thanks for being here, buddy.
Thanks for having me. I'm so sorry. I don't know
No,
what's
not at
going
all.
on. My phone, I turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm like, all right, the Wi-Fi's not working. I'm going on cellular, and cellular decides to go out. So thanks for bearing with me. I'm gonna be in the studio on Saturday, so we won't have any of these issues. But thanks for having me, guys.
Well, we appreciate you being here, man. Have a great time, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Andrew
Awesome.
Kurland.
Andrew Kurland.
Triathlete.
Wow.
Yes. Man. Boykin from MVP, what time is the race? We will be live starting at 3:30 p.m. Pacific. The race goes live at 4 p.m. Pacific, and then we'll be there throughout the entire race. Hopefully we'll be able to get Leighton to pop in with some hits live from pit row. Hey, it's me, Leighton.
Cars go vroom. The cars are still going vroom.
The cars are still going room.
Everything is really
Here
loud.
comes the car. Here comes the car. There goes the car. There goes the car. That would be me if I was down on the. I'd be like, "Okay, guys, I'm here. I'm about to see the car. I'm about to see the car, and there it goes." All right, give me another couple minutes.
Oh man, I thought that, like, when I first met all of these drivers, first of all, like, interviewing was a ton of fun. They were all awesome guys. The 4 guys that were in the original vote: Stephen Parsons, Mason Massey, David Starr, and our winner JJ Yaley. And then, like, getting to kind of like do a little research on the sport, and these guys are all just kind of madmen. Like they're
you
they're
must
maniacs.
be.
It's
You
awesome.
have to be.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you do it without being. That's why, I mean, just talking to Natalie, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the very first time my car caught on fire," and like a sane person goes, "Well, that's it for that career."
That's that. Yes.
But then these folks, the folks that do it for a living, they're like, "Oh no, that's That's what it's to be expected, I guess.
That's what I do. I was hanging out with a buddy and he's like, yeah, I don't know if you notice, but like, I can't really put my left heel down. I used to be a professional motorbike racer and I have like a full metal heel with pins and everything in there. I was like, oh, is that what made you like stop doing it? He's like, oh no, I did it for like 3 years after. It just, that was my worst injury. I was like, you kept doing it?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. That's the universe saying, maybe this isn't safe.
It's Jay Spacey says, do we think the drone cam would beat the fan controlled car in a race? No. That drone can only go like 60 miles an hour.
It seems like it goes fast when you're sitting in the stands.
Yes.
But not when you're compared to being in a NASCAR.
No. Leighton, this is your first race that you'll be attending in person, correct?
Yes.
It is wild in person, man. Yeah. It's going to change your whole perspective on shit.
I'm thinking of going to the local Urban Outfitters to get like vintage NASCAR shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about doing it right after this show.
Yeah. I think that's kind of sick. That's a sick idea. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's my brother and I went to a race when he worked for a company that sponsored a car, and it was, man, that was something special. I will say, like, the sports you can go see live, like, I love golf, but watching golf live is the worst. It's the worst live sport there is.
Yeah, because you just see 1/20th of the 19th of the show.
Less than that, Jeff. You get to see like 1/72nd of a show.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Nerdy Watches says get earplugs. It is loud. But like a sport like hockey on TV, awesome. But hockey in person is unbelievable.
Way better.
Totally different.
Same with soccer,
NASCAR.
I think.
Yeah. Same with soccer.
Right? Much better in person.
Yeah.
100%. Baseball still boring, TV and or in person. Just it's relatively just
the food is better when you're there live, though.
Yeah, food is better. Football on TV has become way more preferable than football live. In one aspect is what's going on. Like, because they're like, oh, he's been taken to the pup tent. You're watching live. You're just like, I got to check Twitter and hopefully.
Why did that guy leave? What happened there?
Yes. Yeah. And I think basketball live, if you're close in person, like if you're up close and personal, they're so big and it just moves so fast, basketball. But NASCAR on TV versus NASCAR in person is such a very different experience. Because like you just see them going around and it looks like they're going like relatively fast, but you have no idea. And then you go in person and it's awesome. It's really, really cool.
I've never been.
Man. Anyway.
And I guess, as I said, my invitation is somehow lost.
Maybe the next race, Jeff, will maybe you and I will get to go to the next one.
I would like the fans to control my involvement. Like, get me in there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what kind of spring should be on the left tire? Jeff should be in the stands. I don't understand how that won the vote.
Two very different votes. Two very, very different votes. You can download the app. You could watch the show live in the app. The show for the remainder of time will be live on the app. This show, Back to Work on Tuesdays, will all be live in our app. We're going to have a live test tomorrow evening for a while, a dry run of what the live stream will look like. And then Saturday, Jeff, Leighton, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. The race goes live, 3:30 p.m. We start myself, Natalie Decker, Andrew Kurland, Ashley Vandelay. No relation to George Steinbrenner's fake character in Seinfeld, Art Vandelay. No relation. And we're gonna be there the whole time watching the number 8 car right here.
Rad. It's gonna be so much fun.
Dude, I'm pumped. I've never had like a skin in the race, if you will. Never had any.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
You know who else is going to have skin in the race? Those 4 people whose skin is going to be on the car.
That is true, Jeff.
Their faces, their face skin.
Leighton is. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner of the show name vote?
It's about to end. The vote is still going, but Deck Don't Lie is running away with it.
Yes,
62% of the vote.
Racer
I really wanted Family of Snacks to win. I think Family of Snacks is delightful.
I come from a very long line of family snackers.
Yeah.
Mama Decker likes Deck Don't Lie. She's a fan. And that's the name of the small business I'll be starting with Chuck Decker this spring in Wisconsin. It's called Deck Don't Lie. We give you a deck on your house and we lie about the price. It's going to be awesome. We tell you one price, We give you another when we're done. The Racer 2454. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. He said, "Can we get chat in the app?" Yes, we will get chat in the app. It won't be ready for this Saturday. We are releasing things as they come available, but we wanted the app to be ready to do live picks and polls here for the NASCAR race. You'll be able to chat on Twitch, but we'll be watching it live, and the picks and the polls will be popping up. We'll be watching it live in the app. You can watch it on our Twitch channels and YouTube and Kick and Facebook and LinkedIn, apparently. As well as Natalie Decker's channel and Ashley Vandelay's channel as well. So
But
we're
you
gonna
gotta get
have
that app so you can vote.
Correct.
Gotta be on the app.
You got
That's the only way. You can't vote on any of the other ways to watch. So get in.
Mama Decker did not like my Deck Don't Lie
Yeah, not at
small
all.
business idea.
No. Well, let's be honest. None of us did.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the only one that went 0 for 3. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jeff, you're not wrong. I'm kind of 0 for 1,000 on the career at this point.
So there we go. Deck Don't Lie is what this show will be called next week. But you got to be there on Saturday. You got to download that Control app.
Yes.
You got to see what number 8 car does. I'm pulling for the W. That's what I'm pulling for.
It could happen.
Hey, Stranger Things. Yeah. Be there Saturday, 3:30 Pacific time.
Boom.
Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, power to the fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, control your engines. Fan-controlled sports and entertainment is heading to the NASCAR Xfinity Championship race in Phoenix, Arizona. Fans choose the driver, the car design, and 4 lucky fans get their face on the car. Download the fan-controlled Control app and start voting now. This is fan-controlled racing. Did you enjoy that video from Fan-Controlled Sports and Entertainment? Of course you did. What was it? I have no idea. This is a stock end card on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, watch all of our other videos, comment, like, subscribe, but make sure you don't smash the like button.